So Sinead O'Connor passed away. If you guys didn't know who she was famous, more famous for the song Nothing Compares to You. Prince wrote it. I don't know if he performed it first, but gave it to her. She basically made it her own song. It was really great. When I was younger, I didn't really get her. You know what I mean? I was in grammar school when she became popular. And it was just like, I just remember there was one girl who liked her. And I just liked to drive this girl nuts. So every day I would just come to school and she'd be like, hey, saw Sinead O'Connor's newest single, Nothing Compares to You. And she has one album. I love her album. I'm like, she's a skinhead. You're supporting a skinhead. She would just sit there and cry. She's not a skinhead. I mean, yeah, she is. I would just make shit up. I'd be like, yeah, I think she had a swastika on her. She's got a swastika tattoo. She does not. You're just lying. Why are you lying about Sinead O'Connor? Because it's upsetting you, dummy. And you keep falling for it, dummy, dumbstein. But let me tell you about way back when, and I don't know who will remember this and who won't. If you're younger, you probably won't remember this at all. I think 1990. Sinead O'Connor went on Saturday Night Live, and she performed a version of, I think it was Bob Marley's song War. And I highly recommend you go look up that performance on YouTube. It got her in such trouble. She sang this song, and she had something behind her back the whole time. And she pulls it out at the end. It's a picture of the Pope. She ripped it up, and she said, "Fight the real enemy." And she put it down, and you could hear a couple gasps, like you could hear a fucking pin drop. Nobody applauded, nothing. I don't even know if she sung another song after that. They probably just kicked her out as fast as they could. She performed a few nights later. There was already, people were already pissed, because you mess with religion, especially back in, the puritanical 80s. That's when the whole satanic panic thing was going on. Remember that? When you played Metallica backwards, it was telling you, Satan told you to go get a corn cob and shove it up your grandfather's ass and then pull it out and lick it. Remember? That was what was going on. Preschools were being accused of having secret planes that would fly kids to, the Blair Witch Project woods and, chop their heads off. It was just weird. It was a weird time. It was just odd. But she had this thing, and she did the fucking song. She got a lot of shit right away, and then it just got worse and worse. And people started steamrolling her fucking CDs and everything, because that always makes a difference. That does anything. I don't care if I disagree with an artist. I think they did something wrong. I just don't buy their shit. I don't have to make a spectacle out of it like an asshole. I just people who do that are fucking idiots. I've never understood it. It's never gonna make me side with you. If I agree with your point, I'll agree with your point. But they're steamrolling her. Well, I'm fucking never listening to that bitch again. Well, they got a steamroller out. They must have spent a good 150 running it from Bobby Ray down the street so they could roll over these things. And I'm not gonna ignore the real issue. So fuck you. She did all this, and then she had a concert, and I remember this, with I think Chris Christopherson or somebody. Whatever. I just remember a couple days later she went out to perform, and people just booed her until she started to cry. And she started to cry, but she actually, fuck it, I'm not gonna sing Nothing Compares to You. She started singing that song War at them again, and they booed this chick off stage. They booed her out of the industry. They ruined her career and life. And guess what? That bitch was right, wasn't she? Everybody who did that, everybody who participated in it, should be ashamed of their fucking selves. She basically was going against the Pope for hiding sex abuse, or saying that he was hiding sex abuse in the Catholic Church. And lo and behold, what do we find out a few years later? That the Pope was covering up sex abuse in the Catholic fucking Church. We had people like fucking Frank Sinatra, who I never liked. I'm sorry, I never got me. He's a good singer maybe and all that shit. I just don't like bullies. I know, right? I don't think I am one, but I just can't stand people who boss people around and slap motherfuckers to get roles and shit like that. I just think you're a dick. I just don't get him, but a lot of people like him. But he even said he wanted to punch her in the face or something like that. Calm down, Grandpa. He was already going through Alzheimer's at a point. What the fuck? That's really brave of you. You want to go hit this little 100-pound woman in the face, and yeah, that'll make her think, well, Frank Sinatra goes bitch slaps Sinead O'Connor, right? Do you think she's going to go, oh, heavens to Betsy, now I love the Pope. I just needed that slapping from Frank to make me feel right again. Let me go march for the Catholics. No, she was completely 1,000% right, and she never got an apology from the Catholic Church. She never got an apology, I don't think, from really anybody, and she should have. Everybody should collectively kiss her pussy after that shit happened, because she did the right thing. It was almost, if we just been a little bit crazier, maybe we could have done it now. If we just had the people storming the Capitol type of people back then and all that, I'm pretty sure that if we had all suggested to a couple crazy senators and stuff, can we burn her at the stake like a witch? Somebody would have said, yeah, yeah. Can we sing Nothing Compares to You? I'll do it. Yeah, why not? But Sinead O'Connor was right. All right. And I just think that history, obviously now, I hope, will reflect that. I've seen a lot of news clippings where it's like she had a controversial stance. No. She didn't have a controversial stance. She told people what the fuck was going on when nobody wanted to hear it. So, you know what? I was never really super into her. I liked Nothing Compares to You, but rest in peace, Sinead. And you did the Lord's work.